again for tuning in. So today I want to show you guys my more extensive skincare routine that I do. I do this about twice a week just because, you know, I've kind of been dealing with active breakouts, and even when I'm not dealing with active breakouts, I kind of want to keep doing this because it helps my skin stay clear. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So if you guys have been following me since day one, I have been using these Noxzema pads, and this is literally the same thing of Noxzema pads that I started with in my very first video, and I will put a link in this video for my very first video. It is very painful to watch, but hey, it's me. I've already washed my face with this Pacifica brand Quinoa sensitive. It's for sensitive skin. It's super gentle face wash. It removes dirt and pollutants, cleanse and helps balance, and it's quinoa, calendula, and aloe, and it's a foaming face wash. Now it's good to use it just putting, like, I mean, honestly, you could use a pea size and a little bit goes a long way. This stuff is amazing and it doesn't dry your skin out. And then I usually follow it up with my Pacifica Dreamy Youth Day and Night Moisturizer. And I haven't put this on yet just because I'm going to be doing some other steps after I've already washed my face. So the next thing that I do is use my, if I can get it out, my Noxzema pads, just to further dry out any acne that I have in my T-zone. And I just wipe my face. And you have to be careful because it tells you on the back to do it twice a day. But if you have sensitive skin, you definitely just want to do it once, because my skin dries out very easily. So I never, you know, want to use this more than once. This stuff is very, very strong. It does have that classic salicylic acid, which is in any acne medicine or face wash or anything like that. It also has alcohol in it, and I will say when you use it, it does burn a little bit. If your skin is already irritated, I would suggest getting something a little more mild. So I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. Definitely wanna, and if you feel your skin after you put it on, it kind of leaves like a almost like a film over it, like maybe it's medicated. So a lot of times I'll do this before I go to bed, and I'm okay with sleeping with that on. But if I do this before I put my makeup on, I usually wipe my face down, and that's what I'm gonna do next. So now that that's dry, I'm gonna move on to Witch Hazel. You can get this, I got this at a vitamin store, and I actually got it for free. It says $9.80, but my husband's father owns a vitamin store, so I do occasionally get stuff for free. This has aloe vera in it, which is amazing.
And it just makes, you know, bleh, bleh, bleh.
It moisturizes your skin very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a cotton ball and just use this. This is a good use as an astringent. And I'm just gonna wipe my whole face. Kind of clean up, and it leaves you feeling really fresh, and it smells really good. And I will show you how dirty this cotton ball still is. And it just lets you know that just doing one wash over your face is not enough. Yeah. This is still after washing my face. And I usually, like when I wash my face, I let it sit on for a little bit and then I rinse it. And then still doing the Noxzema pad. And this is the Noxzema pad. So there's levels to this shit. I'm going to put the clay Indian mask. I'm just gonna do it in the spots that I'm breaking out. And this is what this looks like. I also got this for free from the same vitamin store. But I think I don't know where, okay, I don't know where I put the lid at, but you can pick this up. This one retails for $9.49. You can order this on online, eBay or Amazon. I would say for no more than $10 to $12. I will post the link actually for everything that I have used in the description box. And then so I took about 1/8 of a cup and put this in a bowl. You want to always use a plastic spoon when you're dipping this out and mixing it, because for some reason whenever you use a metal spoon, it like takes away some of the healing properties in it. I don't know why that is. If I can find the answer to that on Google, I will put that information in the description box too. You can use water to mix it in. I choose to use apple cider vinegar because the apple cider vinegar is really good for getting all that bacteria out of your skin. And then I just pour, I think with this I didn't necessarily measure it. I just used it and poured enough in there until I got the consistency that I wanted. And note that when you put any liquid in here, it might be a little liquidy at first, but when you let it sit for a few minutes, it actually puffs up. This has been sitting for about 10 minutes now, and so that's what it looks like. And so now I'm gonna use this, I think this is a concealer brush, and it could be a foundation brush, I don't really know, but this is the brush that I use to apply any of my masks. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, and you see it kind of loses its foaminess or puffiness whenever you mix in there. And this is entirely too much. Like, this is probably 3 uses if you're gonna do a full face. You can save this if you put foil over it. However, I wouldn't suggest letting it go longer than 3 days because this will mold, especially if you put apple cider vinegar in it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on each of my affected areas. And I'm gonna tell you that when you use this stuff literally pulsates your skin. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's almost unbearable. That's why I don't always do a full face, because it gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and it just keeps going until you take it off. It works. It really works with purging your skin and getting out all the impurities, but this is not something that you wanna use like every single day. Okay, so this is dry, and it's like really like squeezing the shit out of my forehead. I just went ahead and sat in front of my fan because I literally dried this in like 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is use the Witch Hazel again, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Okay, so now that my skin is dry, the next thing that I'm gonna do, scratch my back first, is do a spot treatment. So I'm not sure if they still make this stuff, because I remember I had my first tube. I got it from the vitamin store, and then I actually found it at a Whole Foods store. I found it, and they were, I guess, was it discontinuing it? I don't know if they were discontinuing it from the store or if it was being discontinued altogether. So I bought 2 of them, and they were $4. This is called Pure and Clear Acne Treatment Gel. I believe I've talked about this in another one of my videos. So basically what I do is I'm gonna use a Q-tip, and you put it on any active breakouts that you have, and it actually like almost immediately stops the pain from them. I'm telling you, this stuff works so well. I've had pimples that I felt were coming up, and you see like this one's almost a whitehead. So I really tried to avoid popping them, and I just put this on. But I have had pimples under the skin that I know are gonna come up, and I'll put it on there and they don't even show up. They'll hurt for a little bit, and I'll put this on and the pain will go away, and then they'll disappear. And I'm telling you, it works. So I'm gonna search the web for this and put the link in the description box if I find it. If not, I will find a happy alternative. All right, moving on. So the next thing I have is simply a sample, but I do possibly plan on buying it. I have not been using it for longer than a week. I've actually had these samples for a while. I got it in my Cocoa Teak box, which I no longer am subscribed to. This is by Makari and Rose, and it is their 24 karat serum. and it's for lightening. So if you have dark spots from old acne like I do, this should work very well for you. I'm gonna do a 2-week update sometime next week so you guys know, but I have been using this every single day, and I would put it on before I go to bed. Let me get a clean Q-tip, and I basically spot treat with this too. This stuff is very, very thick. They gave me 2 samples, and like I said, I've been using this for a week and I still have quite a bit, and that is legit 24 karat gold in there. I looked up the retail price for this, and I would say for a bottle, I'm trying to find something that I can kind of give you an example of. For a bottle probably about this tall, it's gonna cost you, I think it was $65. But I know this is beauty on a budget, but if this stuff is good, and you guys, you know, I know some people struggle with excessive dark marks or discoloration of the skin, this may be worth spending that extra money on. So we shall see. I will put the link in my description box for this as well. So I basically just take it, and anywhere that I have a dark spot, especially under my eyes, got some clay there, I put it, and I have tons of darkness all right here from old acne. And I just rub it all over my face. This is super moisturizing too, so you have to let it sit a little bit if you plan on putting another moisturizer on top. Okay, now that that's dry, my last step is to apply my Dreamy Youth Day and Night Moisturizer. The thing that I like about this is that it is day and night. So you don't have to find a day cream and then a night cream. You can literally wear it all day or put it on twice a day if you wash your face again before you go to bed. I do sometimes, I don't sometimes. It just kind of depends on the day that I have. You really don't need a lot. Just put a little bit on 2 fingers. I hate when it gets dry and that nasty thing comes off of it. It's gross to me. And so what I do, and this is a trick I learned from my mom, I take it, and in my driest areas, like my forehead, I blot it on, and then all of my cheeks is pretty dry too. Blot it on like this, and my nose, and my chin. I definitely have combination skin, which is quite frustrating when you're trying to, you know, keep all areas moisturized equally and make sure they're not so oily. So I just blot it on like that, and I will let it sit for about 5 minutes. And that actually helps your skin absorb the moisture rather than just putting it on and rubbing it right in. It kind of just puts a, you know, thick coat like film over the top, and it doesn't necessarily seep into your pores. So I will let this sit for 5 minutes, and then I will be back to rub this in. All right, now we can go ahead and rub this in, and that completes my twice a week skincare, deep skincare routine. Leaves you feeling fresh and rejuvenated. That is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concern, don't hesitate to leave me commentary on it and let me know if there's something that I can try different. You want to see me try something, you have questions, I will be happy to answer and oblige. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Or wait, no, it's on this side. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Peace.